Koppel Outfitters specializes in adventure gear. Anything you need for getting outside, Koppel Outfitters has it and more. Go have an adventure now. Get those live vests zipped and clipped, strap down those rods, and stash those tackle bags because we are going fishing. Hello everybody, I'm Keith Niswonger, and this is the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast. We'd like to thank Top Tier Tackle, manufacturers of the new T3 Rod Series, Swim Baits Plus, your site for those hard to find swim baits, and Koppel Outfitters, our official outfitters, for helping us bring this episode of the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast to you. This is episode 6. We start our 6th episode with our Trophy Hunter segment. Jason Caden is a wizard with an airbrush and he's a big bass expert. Starting with his roots as a saltwater spotted bay bass angler, Jason is also a well-respected trophy hunter with 9 fish over 10 pounds to his credit. We're going to talk to Jason about the role color plays in big bass hunting. You are not going to want to miss what he says about this subject. In our Pro Tactics segment, Todd Castledine talks about offshore crankbait fishing. Todd is a tournament pro that never met a tournament event he didn't like. In this segment, he talks about subtle differences that make some offshore water desolate and empty and turns others into absolute gold mines. Todd gives us a lowdown on rod length and tip speed, and he also has some surprising things to say about reel retrieve ratios. Finally, find out why Todd is more concerned with fish landing than he is with fish catching. It's an eye-opening segment by one of today's more popular anglers. BASS Elite Series Pro Brandon Card joins us for our Pro Rig segment. Brandon's going to show us around his Vexus bass boat. This is our first up-close look at the new Vexus, and it does not disappoint. Brandon is also one of the growing number of tour pros to run a Suzuki outboard on his rig. Find out his thoughts about the advantages that this motor package gives him. It is always a treat to look inside a pro's office for taking care of business. In our Winner Circle segment, Chris Malone shares his winning tactics for this year's Big 5 Toyota Series Championship win on Lake Cumberland. Malone is not a household word in the world of tour professionals, but you can bet they know him now. He got 41 pounds over 4 days to win nearly $250,000. Be sure not to miss this segment as Malone tells us exactly what he did in this event, including his use of a special bait that you might not have heard about. In our trending segment, Utah pro Chase Colby becomes our first pro to join our podcast for a second time. Colby is fishing the inaugural season of the National Professional Fishing League, which kicks off in March. The NPFL schedule has been released, and Colby will talk about the waterways they will fish, his preparation, and how he's gone about securing sponsors for this coming tour season. All of these segments combine to make this one of our strongest episodes yet. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, be nice, and be sure to tell your friends. Episode 6 starts now. Koppel Outfitters wants you to go have an adventure now. Koppel Outfitters specializes in adventure gear. Anything you need for getting outside, Koppel Outfitters has it and more. Go have an adventure now.